Good morning once again and welcome back to the Afia Morning Show live from Enugu in Southeast Nigeria. This is saying good morning from the east side wherever you're joining the show from this morning. I'm Nathalie Uku and Otti Wachuku is still here. Now, people don't really know that Otti is actually your last name, right? And Wachuku is your first name, right?
My name is
Or is it the other way?
Otti Wachuku. Otti is my first name.
Otti is your first name and then Wachuku is your last name.
Otti is my first name and my last name.
Otti first and last name. So you start writing textbooks?
You're right.
O-N-O. What's the other one? Biology was at Babio. Ugo. So it will be Otti and Otti. No, sorry. Yes, I'm right. Otti and Otti. Start writing textbooks on media and journalism, educating the young ones. Let's take a look at regional stories now. Beginning in Umuahia, Abia State, the victims of last week's building collapse say they've been abandoned, evicted from the hospital, and with no shelter or food. They claim the Abia State government and the building's owner, Chief Ikechi Emenike, have turned their backs on them. Afia TV's Deputy Chief Correspondent, Emmanuel Nwazue, visited the affected families alongside other journalists and now reports.
It's been 1 week since this building came crashing down at the low-cost housing estate in Umuahia. Mrs. Blessing Ukochukwu, her daughter, Favor, and her baby, Great, were rescued from beneath the rubble. Their two-room apartment, like those of their neighbors, is now uninhabitable. The Abia State government had moved the victims from a private hospital to East Specialist Hospital for treatment. But that help has obviously stopped.
That's the same that day for yesterday. CMB now came inside my house. What I doing here? What I still doing here? I thought you were good. It's not what we say now. It's not what I'm expecting from you. Are you not the one that took me from overcomers to this specialist? So I asked me to know, am I still here? He said, okay, and I said, okay, if I'm going now, where is the house? I'm just talking about the house for now. He said, okay, let him do call. Carry phone, put inside his ear, and run. Let her not look inside you and see him don't drive go. They are using me like a football in that hospital. This my neighbor came yesterday, said, what is going on? Nobody is here. I said, he's telling me. Already, my husband, my landlord, have already go meet CMB. CMB said there's nothing that he can do again. There's nothing that let my husband that he give him from now to Sunday. Let us for me from this environment. If not, that he push us. Okay, so I now explain everything to my neighbor. They say no, just no need to be staying here. I should come out and be hanging around. That's why they took me yesterday.
The family of 8 has now been split across different homes, taken in by Good Samaritans, but there is no plan for how long that will last. They say they found a new apartment, but that the owners of this collapsed building refused to pay the rent, claiming it was too expensive. The government hasn't offered to pay either.
They give me only on Sunday to final day. Now, nowhere to stay. They already hang around. My children said, you're coming around. Don't know what to do again. The management of the Ikechi Emenike saying a messenger ways. I don't understand. The same as the fine house. But anyway, I say 500,000. Say the guy says cannot pay. Say it's too much.
Several other affected residents are also in limbo. Mrs. Chinonyerem Ugumba is one of them.
The roof of this building, the 3-story building, is on top of my house tonight. I'm talking to you now. It's on top of my house. Everywhere is open. If rain started now, every water will be flowing like. So we just leave some of our properties inside there and go to another place and sleep. In the morning, wake up and say, I've been hanging around in this compound, waiting for the government to come and see what they will do for us. And they were still waiting and pleading on them. They should please come. Even our good governor, allege Otti. But I'm still waiting for them. Anything they can do for us, for all of us. We don't need anything to do again. We are stranded. And we have been finding house. The Ikechi say we should go and look for house. So I've been saying 500,000, 200,000. He said he cannot afford that kind of money.
For their landlady, Mrs. Anna Okozo, who spoke in Igbo, all she desires is accommodation for her stranded tenants before anything else.
Odo Ikechi Emenike li langali le da kashira da kashi. Abu kwa nwanga ne cheli ni. Odo kwa wenyange kwa mogolo. Ahuru mi ne linke momo.
So how many of you are now in that one room?
It's me and my husband, my neighbor, and the other ones, my children are staying with another neighbor. The other one could go with my another. We just sharing everything. They share my children. For now, I need apartment and food.
So anything the government can do, they do for me. That's the thing.
Repeated attempts to reach the general manager of the Umuahia Capital Development Authority, Mr. Kingsley Agomo, failed. Representatives of Chief Ikechi Emenike also declined to comment. For the Ugochukwu family and others affected, survival now depends on charity, not responsibility, even with the rains. In Umuahia, Emmanuel Nwazue reporting.
I mean, this is appalling. It's also very embarrassing that such a thing would happen in Abia State, and this family will be left to their own whims and caprices, that a mother would have to allow her children to be divided across various homes simply because the people who are meant to take charge of the recovery and safety of this family are just, not being proactive about it. Where is the Abia State government? Where is the developer of the building that collapsed, Chief Ikechi Emenike? Where is the chairman of the Capital Territory Development Authority in Umuahia? Where are these people? I mean, did they think that after the building collapse was captured, everybody would just abandon the family? At what point do we see the Abia State government calling out the owner of that building and mandating him to pay for the family's recovery? How can we be hearing on this day in 2025 that a man who was able to put up a building, and we learned other buildings as well, cannot afford 500,000 naira for this family to resettle into a new apartment? I mean, what kind of insensitivity is that?
Well, this is the ugly side of life we live in, right? And then again, this is where probably maybe an attorney comes and they seek redress. It will be a problem to that, yes, whatever happened, and the stuff has to settle amicably. And these are the things that can actually spring up things like that. What is 500,000 naira to aid a family that didn't lose their life? Okay, and let's talk about maybe there are loss of lives. Are you not going to be the one to pay for the burial? Are you not going to spend more than 500,000 naira? It should be a blessing that at least these people survived. It should actually give you that room to, show that empathy, to help, aid. If you can't, if you don't have 500, I'm not in your pocket. I don't know what you're going through at this point in time. Seek help, aid from friends. Because at this point in time, your name is on the line. Even at the state government, your name is on the line, because you have to make sure that these individuals are catered for, right? It wasn't their fault. They were in their houses, and what happened, the incident. So this adversity they're going through right now is man-made. Let me just put it that way. Because assuming the right things were done, that building won't collapse. So I'm calling the Abia State government. I'm calling the developer of that property. You guys should help this family out. This adversity they are going through right now is not their fault. What if a life was lost?
That's a selling question at this point in time. We'll continue to monitor this story, and it's great to see media practitioners also on the field following up on this story. And for sure, I guarantee you, we're all going to take personal responsibility for the outcome of this story. We're going to continue to watch and see what the fate of this family would be at the very end of the day. To see a point where a building collapses, another building is affected, and we're still seeing the family members being tossed around like a game of football or basketball. I mean, those aren't my words.
Yeah.
Those are the words of the wife while she was at the hospital. It seemed as if she was just being told one thing and another.
Things happening.
It's so embarrassing. We hope to see an improvement in this case in subsequent bulletins. Now, this is just a quick reminder that Afia TV premieres its edition of Spotlight on Inside Landmark Nike Lake Resort at exactly 11 a.m. today. So on the business morning, no, there'll be no discussion. Instead, we're going to have that special report featuring Afia TV's tour of the landmark Nike Lake Resort in an exclusive format with the CEO founder Landmark Africa Group, Mr. Paul Onwanibe. So do look out for that at exactly 11 a.m. today. Now, Elijah Akuma joins us all the way from Nsukka this morning to bring us insights on the new VC who has been elected into the university, Nigeria's first indigenous university. But before we get into that interview with Elijah to find out what we should know about his emergence, we'll go on a quick news break, and the Morning Show will return with insights in just seconds. Stay tuned.